Let's write an equation of the line through these 2 points. This time I want the equation written in standard form. We'll begin as usual though. We'll begin by finding the equation and writing it in slope-intercept form. Then we'll write from slope-intercept form to standard form. So here are my 2 points. Remember, 2 points do uniquely determine a line. To write an equation of the line, we need slope and we need y-intercept. So let's begin by finding slope by using the slope formula. Remember the slope formula. It's difference in the y's, y sub 2 minus y sub 1, over difference in the x's, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. As usual, I'll let this be x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. And so by our formula, y sub 2, this y value minus this y value over this x value minus this x value. And 0 minus a negative 6, that's 0 plus 6, or 6. Negative 2 minus 2, that's negative 4. There is a common factor here of 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. So my slope in simplest form is 3 over negative 2, or negative 3/2. All right, thus far we found the slope. I'll write it as negative 3/2. We also need to find the y-intercept. To find the y-intercept, we'll use the slope-intercept form. Thus far, we know that the slope is negative 3/2. And to find the value of b, we'll select one of these ordered pairs. We'll put in or substitute in the x value and the y value, and that will help us find b. I'll choose this ordered pair of numbers. So let's let y be 0 in this equation. And then I have negative 3/2. Let's let x be negative 2. And notice I can now solve for b. I'll have 0 equals, a negative times a negative is a positive, and remember, to multiply fractions, we'll have numerator times numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. Denominator times denominator. 2 times 1 is 2. And then plus b. And then I will subtract 6/2 from both sides. That will be negative 6/2, or negative 3, is equal to b. Once again, notice we have 6 over 2, which is 3, and then if I think of subtracting 3 from both sides, I have that b is negative 3. So now we know the value of b, we know the value of the y-intercept, and now we can use the slope-intercept form to write the equation. So now by the slope-intercept form, we have y is equal to negative 3/2 x, and then plus a negative 3, which I'll write as minus 3. We want to, remember this time, not write the equation in slope-intercept form, but write the equation in standard form. So to write the equation in standard form, I will add 3/2 to both sides. If I add 3/2 to both sides, I'll have 3/2 x plus y is equal to negative 3. And then I'd like to write this so that I have integers instead of fractions. So to do so, I'll multiply through by the least common denominator of 2 to clear this equation of fractions. So this first term, 3/2 x times 2 plus y times 2, which is 2y, and then negative 3 times 2. And when we do so, notice the 2's divide out, and we have 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 6. Here is an equation of the line through these 2 points and we've written it in standard form. 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 6.